Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Episode number 400. Drink Until You podcast, the only podcast that lasts until the last drop. How the hell is your Sunday going? How the hell was your week? Hope everybody's okay. I hope you're safe out there. I should be doing like a giveaway for this, for my 400th episode or something. Isn't that what big podcasts do? Like a giveaway of some sort? You can win this signed, I don't know what I would even sign, a beer mug. I don't do shit like that. You're not getting anything free off of me. I actually have done a giveaway once. What did I give away though? It's probably something nobody wanted. Obviously I didn't want it. I was giving it away. Anyways, yeah, I missed a lot of the sports, pretty much all of the sports this weekend. Didn't watch any baseball, didn't watch any, the Cowboys game. I just totally spaced. Didn't watch any of it. Nascar, missed it. UFC didn't exist this weekend. So first off, let's go ahead and have our first drink of this episode. I'm drinking a little bit of rum and Coke. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. So we'll start with a little around the NFL here. Week number 3. You got the Bills over the Dolphins, 31-21. Vikings over the Bengals, 48-10. I guess the Vikings were pissed off last week. They didn't score more. What did they get? 6 last week. Jags over the Texans, 17-10. Colts over the Titans, 41-20. When's the last time the Colts scored 41 points? Maybe that's not miraculous. I bet it was last season sometime. Commanders over the Raiders, 41-24. That's a divisional rival of my Cowboys. That's not good. They get a win. Eagles over the Rams, 33-26, another divisional rival. Panthers just stomping out the Falcons, 30-0. Steelers over the Patriots, 21-14. The Packers lose to the Browns. Wow, I got a text message or two to send out after that. I did not know that. 13-10. How do you lose to the Browns? Anyway, moving on. Buccaneers over the Jets, 29-27. Chargers over the Broncos, 23-20. Those damn dirty birds, the Seahawks, beating the Saints, 44-13. My Cowboys lose to the Bears, 31-14. I saw something, but I saw an argument in the comments about CeeDee Lamb's leg. Did he break his leg in that game? Some people were saying it was broken. Other people were saying it was a sprain. I don't know what to believe. They got me all confused on the Facebooks. You know, a bunch of fucking liars. Somebody's lying. It can't be, one piece and broken. Somebody's, telling stories. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if he's just like, CeeDee Lamb is pretty much my only, favorite player on the team. You know what I mean? God, I hope that's not true. I hope it's just sprained, like somebody else said. They're like, oh no, this post is dramatic. He didn't break it. But, dude, in the picture that they, the still shot that they got, it looks like that, what you used to do in school with the pencil, and you kind of, shake it in between your thumb and your index finger, and it looks like rubber. That's what the picture looked like. They stopped it at the perfect time. I mean, there's someone falling down on his leg. It does not look good. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But I do know my Cowboys got the shit beat out of them by the goddamn Bears. All those years, you can go back and listen to the episodes. I mean, week after week when the NFL season starts, what's the thing that always comes out of my damn mouth is about how the Bears can't score. Great defensive team, but they just can't score. They can't score more than 3 points. They score 14 points. You're like, holy shit, this is crazy. But 31 points. What did the Bears do last week? This has got to be like an overcorrection of. They scored 21 last week. I mean, the Lions scored 52, but 21's, respectable, I would say. The Cowboys only got 14. But yeah, I'm hoping CD Lamb's okay. I mean, like, people, I have so many, Cowboys friends. Obviously, I grew up in Dallas and everything, but yeah, there's just so many people jumping ship, giving up early on in the season, and it's like, I don't blame them, I'll always support my Cowboys. They'll always be my only team in the NFL anyway. I branch out in the other sports, in the MLB, the NHL and stuff. I pretty much like every team in those leagues. But yeah, I'll always be a fan, but I think I talked about it a little last week. I talk shit because I want them to be good, and I'm going to continue to talk shit. I want to take a snapshot. I can't wait to see this podcast in the future, man. If the Cowboys can somehow turn it around and start being the team we know they can be, just the years. I've done this for almost 8 years, and I don't think I've ever had anything good to say on the Cowboys front, which is sad. It sucks. But yeah, hopefully CD's okay, man. I don't know. That picture looked pretty gruesome, and you never know. I should have considered the source. I don't even know who posted that. It could have been NFL memes, and I didn't even read it. That could have been from a different player on the Cowboys team from 4 years ago. I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore with AI and everything coming out. Dude, I can be tricked. Even before AI, really, before it started. There's that video of like Will Smith eating pasta, which absolutely just grosses me out. I don't even know why I'm watching that. But it's like AI generated. And the first one that came out was just like shitty. You could tell it was AI. There's inconsistencies in the picture, like weird shit's happening in the video. Is like thumbs like going back and forth through the fork like it's invisible. You know what I mean? Like you can tell. And then they just posted one the other day, and I was like, shit, dude. I can't tell. I can't tell the difference anymore, dude. Which is a scary thing. I mean, that's such an easy way to spread misinformation. You know what I mean? And NFL memes, I mean, that's basically all they do, I didn't see who posted that, but, pictures could trick me easily. All you have to do is take like a picture of, off the internet of some baseball player and then put writing down below it in quotations, and you just assume that player said that. And like, what a racist piece of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's usually not true. You always got to fact check it. But I hope CD is okay. I hope his leg isn't broken. That would give me another reason to forget about it on Sunday and not watch the Cowboys game. You know what I mean? I meant to, actually. I really had the best of intentions to watch it. I just didn't. Moving on, the 49ers over the Cardinals, 16-15. Chiefs over the Giants, 22-9. That'll help my Cowboys in whatever kind of way. And then Monday Night Football, you got the Lions versus the Ravens. I just don't think the Ravens are what they used to be. Did they already play the Ravens in week 1? Week 2, week 1 of 18. I thought they already played them. No, the Ravens had the Browns. What am I thinking? Week 2? Where's the... Yeah, I mean, we're only on week 3. So, yeah, I don't think the Ravens are what they used to be. Detroit, whether it be football or baseball, has, not even being a fan of the Detroit Lions. It's been pretty inspiring, you know what I mean, that they've done what they've done the past couple of seasons. So hopefully they can keep that up. Let's go ahead and look at the standings. I'll just read off there is no way this can't be right. The Chargers are in first place in the AFC West. Chiefs are 1-2. I mean, that won't last. I don't think you really have to worry about the Raiders or the Broncos, but yeah, the Chiefs aren't going to sit there and be below 500. AFC North, the Bengals, leading the way. What the hell is happening? The Colts are 3-0 in the AFC South. What the hell is happening? Oh, I know what's happening. This is the NFL. Okay. Fucking NFL. I swear to God. Buccaneers are 3-0, bro. Come on. When has this ever happened before? And you might say, the law of averages. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't... How can you use that in this scenario when there's so many different teams? There's so many shitty different teams. My Cowboys included. Hey, I'm not talking shit on anybody else. The Packers leading the way in the NFC North. The 49ers are 3-0. I had no idea. The Eagles are 3-0. I kind of could have guessed that. Giants are 0-3. What a mess for my Cowboys. What a mess to the season already. Start to the season. And in that week 1, I did come on here and they did play actually better than I thought. I was honestly shocked, but I mean, you're not going to... You can't ride that all season. You can't ride that we played better than we thought train. It's not going to work. So anyways, there's a little bit around the NFL. We'll move over to NASCAR. Hopefully my guy's still in it. I don't know. Wait. Did I miss the race? No, yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Blaney got himself one. Nice. Blaney wins this one yesterday. Today, Sunday. I got my days all mixed up. Blaney, Barry, Byron, Logano. Let's see. Bell, 6th place. So, I don't know. I'm assuming it's top 10 maybe. My guy's still in, Christopher Bell, after winning last week. Blaney wins this week. Good for him. How many more? Was that it? Was that the final one of the season? I just don't... I'm trying to understand the NASCAR thing and the playoffs and all that. I don't. It doesn't lead you anywhere. Like, you can go look at the MLB standings and you can see who's leading their division. I mean, Blaney won this race, but he didn't win the last one. What does that mean? I really don't know. I don't know. But, my guy doesn't do bad. He is Christopher Bell, 6th place. Not horrible. If they're taking top 10, you're still in. But I don't know if it's top 10. I'm just saying that. I thought Bowman was out. See, this is why it's so confusing, man. Like, I gotta sit down with my friend and figure this out, because I don't know what they're doing here. Somebody said last week that Bowman got knocked out by... I can't remember. Bowman got knocked out by somebody, but he's still in this race. Do they still get to race, even though they're, quote, got knocked out? I don't know, man. I'm really not sure. Because he's still in this race. I mean, he placed 15th place. So if he was out, why would they let him race? Is there like a cap to as high as he can get? Like if they take top 10... I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense. How are you going to stop him from, being in the top 10? You can't. So a little bit of NASCAR. This is literally the last... That might have been the last one of the season. It's the last, little thing I can choose at the top of the page for races happening. So, yeah, I'll have to talk to my buddy tomorrow to see what the hell happened. Who won out overall? Does Blaney just win the season because he won the last race? I don't know. And that plus... What I was told early in the season, the Daytona 500 is like their Super Bowl. They have their Super Bowl to start the season off, which is interesting. You do the championship first. I don't know how it all works. But yeah, I mean, I'm so freaking proud. If this is the end, let me just end with this. I'm super proud of Christopher Bell this season. Winning 3 in a row, winning last week. Usually being top 10 all season. I mean, he just kicked ass, and other than his driving, I don't know what drew me to Christopher Bell, but for some reason, just with these sports figures, you just make a weird connect. Des Bryant, was that way for me when he played for the Cowboys. I fucking, to this day, I just love Dez Bryant. You know what I mean? Like, I love him. And it's kind of the same thing I'm finding with the drivers. Like Christopher Bell, I don't know much about him. I just love him. Every time I've heard him talk, early on in the season when that guy was like, came over, I forget who it was, and like bitched him out, and Christopher Bell wasn't like trying to argue back, and he was just like, okay, like listening and stuff. Like there's just certain players and certain athletes you're just drawn to. I can't put my finger on why. Obviously for Christopher Bell, like I said, I liked his driving. He seemed really consistent. Which is a huge plus, but, then starts to come like the fandom of the person. And I'm like, I can't even put my finger on why I'm such a big fan of him. I just like him. He just seems like somebody I could hang out with. I don't know if he drinks beer, but we could have a couple of beers and, sit on the back patio with the kids running around and just goof off. You know what I mean? Like have a good time. I think he would be a good time, But yeah, I do love Christopher Bell. He had a great season. Very proud of him. I'll come back. I'll get back with you next week on what these standings mean. Okay. Cause I really don't freaking know. Anyways, if you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. Go ahead and have another sip there. Moving on. Oh God, MLB. We'll go ahead and talk about it. Regardless of how my Rangers are playing, we've lost 7 in a row. 3 of those being to the Miami effing Marlins. Regardless of how my Rangers are playing, I am really, really excited for playoff baseball this season, man. I'm going to watch every single game I possibly can. I'm just super pumped, man. You can't. It's just not the same experience, like when playoff baseball happens, those stadiums, I mean, they're usually pretty packed, the fans know their team's good, they're going to be in, but it's just, I don't know, the atmosphere the playoffs add. I mean, everything is just amplified. You make a mistake, the crowd oohs, you make an incredible catch, the stadium goes nuts. It's just such great vibes, and I'm so excited for playoff baseball, even though it doesn't look like my Rangers were not mathematically out of it, but that's not saying much. In my division, specifically, Mariners, Astros, Rangers, so the Mariners finally take over the Astros. American League Central, Tigers, Guardians, Royals. I know these won't all get in the playoffs. I'm just reading the top 3. American League East, Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox. I think the Red Sox are the team that we have a chance to catch. Like, we would literally have to win the last of our, 8 games, whatever it is, to even have a chance. And we would probably need Boston to, go on a terrible losing streak. But the National League East, you got the Phillies, the Mets, the Marlins. Ooh. So the Phillies have been turning it on here lately, I'm seeing. Because the Mets, I guess the Phillies have been out in front of the Mets for a good while. But it seemed like the Mets, the last time they played the Phillies, that was just, the Mets just cleaned them out. National League Central, Brewers, Cubs, Reds. I'm not going to make any Brewers predictions this season. Last season, I was all high and mighty on the Brewers, and then they just didn't do dick. So I'm going to reserve. Look at their record, though. That's pretty good. 95-61. Are they the best team in baseball? Holy shit, they are. 609 winning percentage. Yeah, nobody else has that percentage. Yeah, Brewers, best team in baseball, but we've all seen this play out a million times. You're the top team in the season, but how much energy did you expend to be the top team in the regular season, there's always that in sports, there's always that sandbagging. You're never going to get, until the playoffs happen, you're never going to get that team's best game, out of them until it's crunch time. Then, they're putting all the tools to use on you. But yeah, Brewers, Cubs, Reds, in the National League West, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks. Yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks for my Rangers because, and being a Rangers fan is, like they got our hopes up a few times there at the end of the season. It's like we went on these little streaks and it's like, holy shit, we have a chance. And we had some hurt guys. Evaldi went out, Seager went out, Simeon went out, and we're like, shit, all right, there's the season, we're calling it. And then these AAA guys come up and they start balling. And we start going, we have like a 5 or a 6 game win streak. So this is coming down to the wire at the end of the season. You got us fans feeling some kind of way, like we're about to turn this thing around. It's going to be the opposite of last season. Or I'm sorry, the 2023 season. Where the Rangers were in first place in our division the entire season. And that's what started all the drama. Is the Astros came back and won the division at the very last of the season. One of their players comes out, everybody was asking what it'd be like if the Astros didn't win the division. I guess we'll never know. And that was the whole Corey Seager thing up on stage. It's like a lot of people were asking what would happen if the Texas Rangers didn't win the World Series this season. I guess we'll never know. It was such like a callback. All right, sorry about that. Had to blow my nose there. How is my nose going to be stopped up and running at the same time? Like I can't breathe through my nose, but it's still running. How does that make any sense? It's weird. Anyways, so yeah, that's a little bit of the MLBs, the baseballs. I am excited for the playoffs here. Let's go ahead and have another drink. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. And as always, don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Treat yourself to a DoorDash, a Waymo, an Uber Eats. Just stay where you're at so you don't have to go anywhere. Give up those keys. Live another day, Stay out of jail, The $40 DoorDash, I promise you, won't be as much hassle as, getting picked up and going to jail and having to deal with all that shit. So you might as well just DoorDash it, and if it's Sunday and you're in Texas like me and you're like, damn, I could really go for some rum. I have Coke. I just need some rum, but it's Sunday and I can't get liquor. It is what it is. I guess, that's kind of when people are like, oh, I'm just going to go to the bar. They have liquor there, which is cool. You can do that for sure. Just, get a ride there, get a ride back. I say you can have even a little more fun if you get a ride there and you get a ride back. I love to do that anyway. Like, that's more fun to me than like the stress of driving to the show downtown, having to sit in traffic, having to find parking. If you go on a certain night, like a Friday night to Deep Ellum, like you're not only in traffic on the highway, you're in traffic on like Main Street. You know what I mean? Because everybody's down there that night. And it's like, it's just so much better. You can just, if that happens and you're in an Uber, you can just say, all right, bud, that's it. Thank you for the ride. We can end it here. I'll get out and walk the rest of the way. You can't do that with your car. If you drive down there, you drunk fucking idiot. Yeah, I guess you could. If you really don't care, you just ditch your car right in the middle of the main street. But yeah, it's just not safe. So anyways, moving on, I have a channel to shout out. I am 100% positive that I am so late to this channel that you all probably already know about it. You've all heard about it. It's a channel on YouTube called Sliced Bread. And oh my God, dude, I've just been consuming so many of these videos lately, and I'll basically explain what this guy's thing is. So, he plays the Red Dead Redemption online, and you basically like create a character and you can like build him up and, get his accuracy in shooting better. You can make him a better fighter, just you can dress him however you want, his own aesthetic, whatever height you want. It's actually kind of a unique game. just because of when it's set. You know, it's set in like in cowboy times back in the 1800s or whatever. And his channel is basically like they do these lobbies, right? There's these servers where these people all get together in these little towns and they come up with their own like form of government. You know what I mean? Like whoever they decide is the leader of that server. You know what I mean? And I have to feel like a lot of the time it's probably the admin, because they have the power. They literally have the power to like kick people out of the server. But these role players in this Red Dead Redemption, dude, they take this shit serious. You know, like the whole thing is when you're in a role play server is you're not supposed to break character. You know what I mean? Like if you talk with the twang from the start, you better talk with the twang through the end. You know, you kind of like, it's an interesting thing, but I feel like it's also got a creepy element to it. Because in some ways, like I feel like these people that are playing these role play characters kind of believe they're that person. You know, I mean, I guess, which is kind of weird to say, because if you're an actor, you know, and you're playing the fucking Joker, you kind of have to pretend like you're insane, right? You know, to achieve the role, what they want. So anyway, so there's these role play servers, people go in there, they have their little towns, they have their government set up. They usually have gangs and shit. You know, and it's like they get to fuck with you. They got like 5 people and you're like a single person. But basically Sliced Bread goes in there and just absolutely annoys the living shit out of these role play players. And, you know, like he just, you know, he'll go in there talking shit. You know, just being an ass to everybody. And then they get mad at him. They tie him up. They usually, you know, execute him or leave him out somewhere, whatever they decide to do. But he always comes back. So there's this one chick. And it was, I mean, I rewound it about 1 million times. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. There's this one chick. And he's just, you know, he's like hitting on her, you know, in the game. Like his character's standing there. They can hear each other. They have comms on. And he's like trying to hit on her. And she's like, oh, no, please. And, you know, I'm with so-and-so and da-da-da-da. And like there will be a boyfriend and a girlfriend in the game. And they'll like go off and have their boyfriend, girlfriend. And this is like live in the role play fucking service. It's like, dude, this is so kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Anyways, but he goes in there talking shit. He's like hitting on her and all this and that. And she's getting pissed off. And, you know, some fucking guy who wants to try to get laid or look like a hero is like, hey, man, leave her alone. And, you know, all this and that. So eventually, like, she starts talking shit. He's talking shit. And one thing you can do in the game that annoys people to no end is you can take your lasso and you can rope him and you can like hog tie him. So he's on this horse and he keeps calling her Sugar Plum. And she's like, I'm not Sugar Plum. Stop calling me Sugar Plum. I already told you I have a, you know, and they're like getting into it and he just won't stop. And it's so fucking funny how mad these people get over it. And so eventually things get heated and, you know, they start trying to, you know, kick his ass or whatever. And so he's on his horse and he decides to lasso Sugar Plum. I'll just call her Sugar Plum. So I actually don't know her online name. And he starts dragging her around the city or the little town on the dirt roads. Like he's riding on his horse, dragging this lady. And she's back there legit screaming like she's in character. She's back there legit screaming like this is really happening to her. She's like, let me go. Let me go. Help, help, somebody help. This guy's dragging me through the town. Let me go, you piece of shit. You fucking asshole. And she's just screaming on the fucking mic. And dude, I was dying laughing. So now she is Sugar Plum forever and ever. I mean, read through the comments on that video if you can find it. I don't remember which one it was titled. But there's like a whole series now to where he keeps going back to that same server and he keeps messing with Sugar Plum and he'll like show up randomly. She'll be like, oh, great. it's you again. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not me. What do you mean it's me? This is my first time here. She's like, no, it's not. You're the guy who drug me around the town the last time. And eventually, like, he does enough to get on her nerves. And then he ends up dragging her around the fucking town again. And she's doing the same thing, yelling at him, you son of a bitch, let me go, let me go. And like, dude, just going off. And you can hear, like, he sometimes turns off his comms because he's fucking dying laughing while he's doing this to these people. But the great thing about his channel is not just the trolling, not just the comedy aspect of it, but he's actually really fucking good at the game too. Like, he's a hard son of a bitch to kill. You know what I mean? And he's got an accurate shot when he shoots. You can't do the dead eye in the online gameplay, so it's not like you can slow someone else down to shoot them in the head. But he's got crazy good accuracy with his gun. He's got crazy good skills when someone tries to fight him. Like, he usually comes out on top. He can hide. He actually is a really, really good gamer. He just chose to kind of turn it into him having fun with other role players. And God, please go check it out. It is one of the funniest damn channels. I love that. I love finding the funny channels. The other one I've recommended before in the past was Cinema Sins, which you guys know I love movies. So to just hear somebody go through and critique every little bullshit point is fucking hilarious to me. But yeah, go check out Sliced Bread on YouTube. You won't be disappointed, especially if you've played the game before. You know, it'll be that much funnier to you. You know, because I was kind of touching on last week about, you know, my whole Red Dead Redemption experience. Like, I hadn't played this account in probably a year and a half, my Red Dead Redemption. And I've already beat the game once. This is my second playthrough. And I haven't played my second playthrough in probably about a year and a half. And I go into this random gunsmith, and he's like, what does he say to me? He said, if you cause trouble again, it's going to be bloody for you. And I'm like, what the hell did I do to that? I don't remember doing that. You know, I guess I jumped behind the counter and beat this guy up randomly. Like, that kind of doesn't sound like something I would do, just for the fact that, like, I want to be able to go back there and buy guns and ammunition without the sheriff, like, shooting me in the head. But yeah, so I walk in to the gunsmith. This guy's like, if you cause trouble again, it's going to be bloody for you. And I'm just like, what the hell? I don't remember any of this, you know? Like, what did I do to this guy? So then I start looking through the catalog, and then he's like, you're gonna buy something, right? And I was like, okay, like, I'm clearly looking. And then, you know, I'm flipping through some pages. I buy some ammo. I buy some arrows, whatever little things I need. He's like, you're not gonna take all day, are you? And I'm like, oh, now it makes sense why I jumped back there and kicked this guy's ass randomly. I came in trying to buy something, being a good customer, and he's talking shit the whole time. So just that detail, those little details that the game remembers. The game helps that character remember that you came in once upon a time and just beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. But yeah, go check out my YouTube page. I'm growing it. Lots of Rocket League clips. I did a 3-part story in Red Dead Redemption about Face Rock, one of my favorite places in Lemoyne. Basically, I mean, you can do everything there. You can hunt for hogs, which helps you get animal fat, so you can make explosives. There's deer to hunt. You can camp right there. It's kind of an elevated peak, Face Rock is. So if you got bounty hunters after you, or you got the sheriff after you, it's fairly easy to defend. So yeah, I just finished my 3-part series on that on Face Rock. Go check that out. Obviously, I'm still doing boxing and all kinds of other games, anything I can get my hands on. Some MLB, some Diablo. I've been keeping up with my sorcerer Thrain, which I have a video coming out, I think today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to put it out. But anyways, yeah, just go check it out. Go subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. But that's going to do it for me for this episode. Thank you all for listening. As always, don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Let's go ahead and finish these off. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. No ice. Yum. All right, guys, I will talk to you next week. I love you all. Bye.